Our celebration begins with addresses today by our co-valedictorians. Please join me in welcoming our first speaker, Chantal Chammas.
Good afternoon to all of our Ursuline sisters, President Whiting, Principal Keeney, members of the Ursuline community, faculty, staff, family, friends, and fellow graduates. I'm truly honored to be standing here today representing the graduating class of 2013. On behalf of the graduates, I would like to thank you all for joining us on this auspicious occasion. Class of 2013, I know you've been hearing this about 1,000 times already today, but one more time couldn't hurt, so we worked pretty hard to get here. Congratulations, we did it. This year, Ursuline has a unique and exceptional group of students. In retrospect, it's easy to see the prominent role Ursuline has played in shaping the young women we are today. It wasn't that long ago when we strutted the hallways in green plaid for the first time, a tad smaller in stature with much longer skirts. We had no idea what we were in for. We didn't know we'd be hauling backpacks that weighed more than we did. We hadn't tasted the joy of break in the tea room. We didn't yet realize the competitiveness of the reindeer games. And we definitely did not know how to spell Reykjavik. For all of you who want to know, that's R-E-Y-K-J-A-V-I-K. I'm sure we all remember our very first day of Ursuline. If not, let me refresh your memories. Homeroom was completely silent. If anyone had even thought to drop a pin, the sound would have resonated all the way to the tea room. Since that day, I can honestly say such resounding silence has never again been heard from this class. We love to talk. And not only do we love to talk, but we love to sing. Some of our favorites include Midnight Train to Georgia, Calculus, the musical, and of course, the lovely renditions of Girl Power. But most of all, our class is known for its profound sense of camaraderie. We are much like a family. We play, work, study, complain, cry, and celebrate together. We scaled Mount Junior year, a feat in and of itself. But we did it, and we did it with pride, grace, and dignity. And although we are an eclectic class of artists, athletes, musicians, and scholars, our various experiences here at Ursuline have strongly united us. Today, we should all be proud of ourselves. Ursuline has provided each and every one of us with a solid education to carve out a successful future. However, as Oscar Wilde reminds us, education is an admirable thing, but it is well to remember from time to time that nothing worth knowing can be taught. Intelligence in and of itself is neither valuable nor useful unless it is applied for a higher purpose. It is how we utilize this gift of knowledge that makes all the difference. We all have big dreams and ideas on how to change the world, but it's our responsibility to take hold of the skills and talents that we have been blessed with and manifest them in reality, to go from abstract ideals to concrete achievements. This requires persistence, courage, and above all, a vision. The values instilled in us throughout our time here at Ursuline will help to catapult us to a higher excellence in which we can actively create a better world. None of this would be possible without the guidance of our teachers who have struggled alongside us, mourning our failures and praising our successes. They've relentlessly strived to illuminate our paths in exploring the new frontiers of knowledge. And of course, we wouldn't even be here if it weren't for our determined parents who made the executive decision to enroll us into Ursuline in the first place. We are eternally grateful for everything you have had to endure over the years. For all the last-minute runs to Staples, the late-night baking, the enthusiastic support at our games, and most of all, for being constant and steadfast forces in our lives. Receiving our diplomas today will not only be a milestone for us, but also for you. Thank you, Mom and Dad. You're the best. You deserve a huge round of applause. Our experiences here together have molded us into the young women we are today. and if given the chance, I wouldn't change anything about this wild ride. I know the friendships forged here will last beyond time and space. This class is linked by a bond that no one can really understand, and I'll never forget any of you. You have marked my heart with a unique imprint all your own, and I know that wherever the wind blows you, you'll be successful, and most certainly in the forefront. I leave you now with these inspiring words that have echoed throughout time. Carpe diem. Seize the day, girls. Make your lives extraordinary.
Thank you, Chantal. Now would you kindly welcome our second speaker, Meghan Grela.
Good afternoon, Ursuline sisters, President Whiting, Principal Keeney, members of the Board of Trustees, Ursuline faculty, distinguished guests, parents, and members of the class of 2013. I've spent a lot of time in the past week trying to decide what to write this speech about, and I had some difficulty because I realized that there are so many characteristics and aspects that distinguish Ursuline Academy as a rigorous academic institution and a faith-filled community. And I faced the task of how to convey an amazing 6 years in one single speech. So I did what most strong students would do. I sat down and I watched High School Musical. And while this did not provide the most intellectual inspiration, I began to think about the class of 2013's journey and the incredible changes that have occurred over the years. While we as students grew, the world around us also changed. The world of 2007 was very different than the world of today. We entered Ursuline as a very vivacious class, sporting flip phones and purchasing cookies in the tea room for only 25 cents. Today, while we remain an eclectic class, we have advanced technology of smartboards in every classroom, and we have witnessed the elections of the first African-American president and the first Jesuit pope. The world has changed and will continue to change, and I believe that it is in relation with this fact that Ursuline Academy has so greatly impacted the class of 2013. Ursuline as a community provided a steadfast environment to cultivate the values of each of its students, and every day encouraged us to be the change in the world that we live in. Now some may be thinking, how did hours of homework, endless tests and quizzes and essays encourage me to be the change in the world? Well, each day we were challenged to be stronger students and better people by the Ursuline community, especially by our teachers. The teachers here at Ursuline are of a special kind. They are teachers who pray with us before every class, teachers who will spend any amount of time with us in order to make sure that we understand the material. And most importantly, they are teachers who teach values beyond academics. I believe that it is the existence of this support group of teachers that provides the foundations for Ursuline Academy students to make changes in the world. Their commitment to us gives me, and I believe all the members of the class of 2013, confidence, because I know that for 6 years, a group of people dedicated their time and talents to help me succeed, simply because they believed that I could. I would like to take this time to thank every teacher, faculty member, staff, athletic director, and coach at Ursuline for all that they have done to help the class of 2013 succeed. Ursuline Academy has also encouraged us to take initiative in our world through its fundamental devotion to service and its motto of Serviam, which means I will serve. Ursuline's commitment to serving others teaches students from an early age to not allow others to suffer, to not simply sit back and let others do the work, but to be the change and to be the service. The word Serviam is prevalent throughout our entire school, so we are reminded of it every day. Together as a school, we said the Ursuline prayer every single morning, which symbolically represents how the characteristics of Serviam are ingrained in each of us and every student at Ursuline. 6 years ago, I was a very different person from the person who I am today, and I know that Ursuline, God, my family, my track team, and my friends have helped to shape my character so that years from now, I and every member of the class of 2013 can be active and essential members of our communities. Ursuline has encouraged us to be the forefront of the change in the world. We will not simply be the consumers and the users, but the inventors, the creators, and the leaders. Henry David Thoreau once wrote, "If you have built castles in the air, your work need not be lost. That is where they should be. Now put the foundations under them." And fortunately, we have these foundations because of the care, intelligence, and strength that Ursuline has nurtured in each of us. When we leave today, we will be graduates of Ursuline Academy, and although one part of our journey comes to a close, we can be excited because we are prepared for the many more journeys through all that we have learned at Ursuline. And we can be comforted by the fact that we are, as St. Angela Merici says, all of one heart and one will. Sharing the ties of education, faith, and serviarm, we are united as a class, a community, and a family. And as Troy Bolton, star of High School Musical, says, we are all in this together. Congratulations, Ursuline Academy class of 2013.